Hey yo, what it do? This your boy Tony Totebag, and this is Culture Topics.
Wow.
Salute to my hustlers and what's poppin' to my entrepreneurs. Dallas, Texas 214, stand up. Murder Work, H-Town, LA, New York, Chirac, you know what I'm saying? ATL, them Nevada boys, you know what I'm saying? Them Arkansas boys, stand up. Oak Cliff, Texas, stand up. San Antonio, stand up. Waco, what it do, man? Yes, sir. VA, what's poppin', man? Memphis, Nashville, what it is, man? Story time tonight, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna take it back to the detention center, you know what I'm saying? Dallas County Jail, you dig? Big no shout out to that Dallas County Jail, you know what I'm saying? Big thumbs down to you boys, you know what I'm saying? But here we go, man. Now look, this one is about when the white boy upped the knife. He upped the knife on everybody. So let me give y'all take y'all down through there. Okay, so the dorm that I was in, man, it was every couple months it would flip, and sometimes when it would flip, and it would have some laid back people, and sometimes when it would flip, it would have individuals that they just have no type of understanding whatsoever, and they living on their own time, and they have their own perception of what jail should be, you know what I'm saying, what lockup should be. So they move on a totally different time, right? So anyway, at this time we're 6 to a cell, right? And everybody vibing, everybody chilling. But we have different groups of individuals that, just like I was telling you about, you know what I'm saying, they just on a different type of time. So one day in comes this white dude, you know what I'm saying, white boy, you know what I'm talking about, and he was pretty, he seemed to be pretty stiff, you know what I'm saying. He seemed to be kind of, I would say he was street knowledgeable, you know what I'm saying, but I think he came in with a swag that didn't quite fit in with the dorm, because you don't really want to stand out, you want to blend in, you know what I'm saying. And he was the type of individual, he's standing out, and he's already a white boy, you know what I'm saying, so that's going to make him stand out even more. And so bam, so there's an open bed in my cell, so he comes to my cell. So none of us in the cell are going back and forth to court but him, you know what I'm saying. So he had some money or whatever, so he bought him some commissary, and he's going back and forth to court. So after a while of him going back and forth to court, after a few weeks of that, some of the other guys that were in the cell with us start dipping into his stash, right? So and they know that you're not supposed to, do nothing like that, you know what I'm saying. You're not supposed to steal, you're supposed to take it. If you're gonna take something, take it. Don't steal it, you know what I'm saying. But they was stealing, his Zuzus and Wham Whams, and they're knowing that he's a pretty, they knowing that he's a streetwise type of guy, you know what I'm saying. But they still tried him, and they were figuring, I guess, hell, what's the worst that could happen, you know what I'm saying. And so one day he comes back from court, you know what I'm saying. And by the way, let me take you right back. I love it, but you gotta mind your business, you know what I'm saying. And if he handles his business the right way, once he's found out that something is missing of his, he would find out who was the culprit. So anyway, so that's how we handled it, you know what I'm saying, up in there. So anyway, so one evening he comes back from court, you know what I'm saying, he's hungry, and he goes into his stash to get him something to eat, you know what I'm saying. I think he might have missed a child. So he goes to get him something to eat, and he notices that something's missing. he notices that something is missing, and something's been missing. But this day, this particular day, he noticed. I guess it was something major that was missing out of his commissary. I don't know what it was, but man, he snaps. Who been in my food? Who eat my commissary? Y'all must think I'm a hoe. Y'all must think I'm a punk. I ain't no punk. Who did it? Who did it? Who did it? I bet y'all found out who did it. So we like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? So I know, I'm like, oh shit, what's going on? I want to see, you know what I'm saying, how far he's gonna take this, and you know, what rules and protocols is he gonna follow to, you know, to find out who took his stuff, right? So he's stewing and stewing and stewing. Then he gets to reaching. When he reaches for something, it wasn't in his commissary bag. He was reaching somewhere else, and he upped the damn knife. He had he had one of them things on him, and he started holding it like this. He was, you know, doing it like this to everybody in the cell. You know what I'm saying? He was just like, who stole my commissary? Who stole my commissary? Then he's backing up, going towards the door. You know, we ain't steal your commissary. We don't know who stole your commissary. So he's backing up. He really not too concerned with us right now. You know what I'm saying? But he started out with us. He's trying to get out there to the day room. So he opens the door and he goes out into the day room, and then he commits the ultimate sin. He looks up in the air, and he starts, you know, giving the same type of spiel that he was giving in the cell with us. Who stole my commissary? I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna cut you. I'm gonna do this. Wham, wham, boom, boom, wham. He gonna do that. So, you know, they don't know what the hell he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because the people that stole his commissary was in the cell with him. You know what I'm saying? That was already in the cell with him. So, so he's doing this. He's doing that. And, you know, he's thinking that he's doing the right thing by, you know, upping the blade and producing that blade and, you know, swinging it around and letting people know that he means business. But, and however, that was a crazy, crazy move, because, for one, you know, who you talking to? You know what I'm saying? That's how, you know, people are, you know, off in there. Man, who you talking to? I ain't steal nothing from you. You know what I'm saying? So they got that type of mentality. You know, they're holding that same mentality. But the person that's really, really, really like who you talking to is a real. He's taking it. He knows exactly what's going on, but he's just taking it somewhere else. He knows that the dude not talking to him, and he knows he didn't steal it, but he just, like, you don't politic like that. You know what I'm saying? You go to the person who did it, or if you can't do that, you find out in a different way. You don't just produce a blade on everybody like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't take no offense to him producing a blade. Me personally, young me, you know what I'm saying, young Tony, I won't cut it close. You know what I'm saying? So he's out in the day room. He's brandishing the weapon. He's looking up there to the top tier with the knife like this, you know what I'm saying what he'll do. Then he's going back down and going around, because there's people sitting in the day room watching TV. He's putting the knife on them like he got a gun or whatever. And so somehow, some way, he manages to escape that situation and get back into the cell. But when he comes back into the cell, you know what I'm saying, that dude I was talking about, we'll call him Debo. Debo was like, I ain't trying to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Who you talking to? And so, you know what I'm saying, the guy, you know what I'm saying, the white guy, he was like, Debo, you know what I'm saying? I ain't talking to you. I know you ain't, you ain't stole my stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got money, you this and you that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to whoever else that might have, you know what I'm saying, took my stuff. And Debo was like, nah, man, you don't, you know what I'm saying, you don't do it like that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to come up off something. Ooh. Debo said he was gonna have to come up off something. And uh, lockdown was approaching in about 3 to 4 hours. You know what I'm saying? So he tells him that. You know what I'm saying? And man, I could tell that dude, it's like he swallowed a bag full of marbles. You know, it was like, Like, man, he was like, man, no, I wasn't talking to y'all. I wasn't talking to nobody in here. I know y'all wouldn't take my stuff. And so by then, the guys that took it, so then they start chiming in. You know, well, you shouldn't have been talking like that. They some young guys. Well, you shouldn't have been talking like that. Talking like that. You should have approached the person who did it. You shouldn't have been putting no blade out like that. You should have been putting no knife out like that. You know, say whoop de woo, whoop de woo, whoop de woo. You know what I'm saying? Adding fuel to the fire. You know what I'm saying? Adding fuel to Debo's fire. So, you know what I'm saying? So now, man, this guy, he is in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Because, for one, Debo is laying dead to get him that night. You know, when we lock all down and count time is over, and, you know, it's just us. And then the young guys that took it, they're really trying to agitate it to the point to where they're gonna fight him. You know what I'm saying? Because they're so upset. So he's in the middle, so he's faced with trying to calm Debo down, and he's trying to calm these two young wolves down. You know what I'm saying? So bam, so he calms them all down. You know what I'm saying? The young dudes for sure, he calmed them down for sure. But Debo still had other plans. You know what I'm saying? But Debo made them think that it was all good. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't all good. And I knew for a fact Debo was very, very treacherous as far as when it comes down to when he, you know, when he wants to get busy. He was he was good with me. You know what I'm saying? But I know, you know what I'm saying. You know those type of people. You know what I'm saying? And when he focuses on you, you know what I'm saying? My other detention center stories. Man, he waited to lockdown. He waited to lockdown, man, and we all, you know, talking, you know, trading war stories or whatever. And then Debo brings it back up on how, you know what I'm saying, the white dude pulled the knife out. So Debo, he laying up there, Debo laid in the bottom bunk. I laid in the bottom bunk. So me and Debo, we laid we were in side by side bunks, and the dude with the who was brandishing the knife or whatever, he was in the top bunk, up against the wall. You know what I'm saying, by the window in the back of the cell. So Debo brings it up, and man, everybody just gets quiet. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody wants him when he's in that type of a mood. Excuse me. When he in that type of a mood, that real grimy, messy, hit 'em up type mood, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants him to focus on them, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, everybody got quiet or whatever. So I'm laying there like, I don't even know what's about to happen, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just laying there, I'm finna see though, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just laying there, you know what I'm saying? Just looking, I can see him by my peripheral, but I'm looking right dead. You know what I'm saying, at the guy, you know what I'm saying? So the guy, he sits up in his bed, you know what I'm saying? And he starts trying to cop a plea with Debo, but Debo ain't trying to hear it, and then Debo getting up. So Debo like, well, you know what I'm saying, if you want me to dead it, you're going to have to do something for me. And so, you know what I'm saying, the white guy like, well, what you talking about? What you want me to do, man? What you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? Cause like I say, he ain't no punk or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he's just in an environment to where he needs to blend in and not stand out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say that again. So anyway, he's like, "What you want me to do, man? What you want me to do?" And so Debo like, cut your damn, I forgot to tell y'all part of it. He say, cut your boxes into a thong and shake that ass. Okay. So he told him, he says, what you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? And then Debo say, cut your boxes into a thong and shake that ass. You know what I'm saying? And you know, everybody like, what? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at the dude, the white dude or whatever. He like, what? You know what I'm saying? He was like, I can't. I don't care. So instead of just telling him no or whatever, standing on no, he was like, How you want me to, how you expect me to do that? I can't do that. I don't have any scissors. He said he don't have no scissors, you know what I'm saying? With all these razor blades and stuff off in her, you got a knife, you know what I'm saying? But Debo just went and got one of his razors and gave it to him and said, okay, now you cut him into, cut him into a thong or whatever. And so we all looking at him, and he looking at us, and he don't, you know what I'm saying? He was hesitant to do it, but Debo, you know what I'm saying? He's standing, right over him, you know what I'm talking about, right in his face, you know what I'm saying? And so let me see. So hesitantly, he cuts. He does his best to cut, and he did a pretty good damn job because most of the covering of the boxers was cut off, and it just like damn he kept the lining, like he did it pretty damn good. I was like, look. So anyway, so he puts the motherfucking the thong on or whatever, the makeshift thong. He puts that on, and so then he was like, well, what you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? So Debo made him. He made pretty much. He let him stay in his bed, but he made him twerk for a little bit and embarrassed him. You know what I'm saying? Debo, you know, he wasn't gonna really, you know, do nothing to him like that. He just wanted to embarrass him and teach him a lesson. You know what I'm saying? You don't come in here like that. You know what I'm saying? Pulling a weapon out and not using it, and pulling a weapon out and just putting it on everybody and talking loud. And what we used to call it was talking to Texas. You know what I'm saying? That means you talking to everybody. You ain't putting no address on nothing. You talking to Texas. You got the knife. You talking to Texas. That boy like he was Jamie Lee Curtis or something. You know what I'm saying? He was doing all that. You know what I'm saying? And if we were on the streets, that probably would have been alright. You know what I'm saying? But we was off in there, and that don't fly in there. You know what I'm saying? That really, really, really could have got him hurt. That at that moment when he did it, but somehow I don't know how he got out of that day room. And you know, with him doing that, because we all stayed in the cell when he went out into the day room with the knife. We stayed inside. You know what I'm saying? We can kind of hear. He was talking so loud, we can kind of hear. But we basically want to see who was finna, you know what I'm saying, crush him for doing that. But didn't nobody do it. And then so when he got back off in here, you know, got back in the cell, he thought it was all good. But that's when his troubles really started. So after that, you know what I'm saying, he didn't know what was finna happen after Debo told him he could stop twerking. But Debo just, you know, come in, you alright, you know what I'm saying, but don't be doing that shit. And he, you know, he gave him a good ass talking to, you know what I'm saying. And that was it, man. You know, another day in the detention center, and that was a throwed off night, man. But that was crazy, man. You know, cause like I say, in the moment we didn't know what was gonna go down, and cause you know Debo, he was nuts, so he had a life sentence without parole for murder. You know what I'm saying? For an unaliving, excuse me. So he was certified nutso, and he was banging. You know what I'm saying? So he was a fool. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't give a damn about nobody. You know what it is, man. You gotta take care of yourself when you're in there, man. So I'm finna go on in this video right now, man. If you haven't started your channel yet, start your channel, man. There's a lot of good content out there right now. Before I let you guys go, I do want you guys to take a look at what's happening in Mexico City. There's an uprising. They're rioting. They're looting. They're attacking Americans. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, and they're tired of the gentrification and the tourism and things like that are pushing them out of their communities, and they are really acting a fool out there in Mexico and parts of Mexico right now, just like how the protesters are doing in Los Angeles, but they are doing it in a much higher volume and a much they regulate in Mexico, man. Basically what I'm trying to say. They doing the food, man. And the images, it's real sad, man. It's real sad to see that, because you can see the fear in the people's eyes that that doesn't have anything to do with it, because they're coming in, they're knocking windows, they're breaking windows out, they're kicking doors in to businesses and things like that, and they're going inside. So the people inside the restaurants and things like that, they're scared, man. They're afraid. They're startled, and they don't know what's going to happen. So far, I don't know if any Americans have been hurt, or if anyone has been hurt, period, like hurt bad. I'm pretty sure there's been some people hurt, of course, but like some really bad injuries. I haven't had that report yet. I did, and I tried to give you guys some of that footage earlier, but you know how it goes sometimes. When you're trying to do something really, really, really important to you and get the information out, you just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just telling you guys right now, at the end of this video, go and check it out, man, and pray for those people, man. If you have anybody that you know or love that live in Mexico, you need to check on them, man, because it's going down out there. It's going crazy. It's going up out there. You know what I'm saying? So pay attention to that. In the meantime, man, salute to my hustlers. What's popping to my entrepreneurs, man? That was another detention center.